No, I mean this is my first lesson.
Oh, I thought you had a couple lessons.
No, this is my first one.
Oh man, I thought that was pretty funny. I thought you had a couple.
I just had the interfly with Larry.
Well, that's not your second lesson.
What?
This is like your second lesson. Okay, let's go ahead and bring your canopy over. Okay, left hand, yeah, oh, that'll work, yeah, exactly. Roll that thing all the way forward, and then reach up behind you to the canopy's frame. Reach your hands behind your head, up behind you to the canopy frame. I want you to push up on the canopy to make sure it's locked in place, but not the plexiglass, the frame itself.
Oh, here?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Are you a trial member, or what's the status?
I'm a trial member, yeah. So I was supposed to take...
Under my name, a trial member, boy.
Okay, I was supposed to take the second, my first lesson as a trial member last Sunday, but it was too windy, so I guess...
Yeah, I just needed to know how to bill it for the plane here.
Oh, okay. I also need a logbook, I guess.
Oh, you don't have one? Okay, I think
no.
there's some in the clubhouse.
Okay.
That's perfect. Okay, your seatbelts are...
Yeah, seatbelt secure.
Make sure all these things are good. Okay, so I'm going to do kind of my pre-takeoff check, and then once I'm done, I'm going to give my thumbs up to Stuart over here, and he's going to lift our wing. And once he lifts the wing, that'll give the tow pilot a green light to take out all the slack. Pick up slack 76 Whiskey.
Just 1 second.
While they take their time, we boil. Okay, so you can keep your hands on the controls with me when we take off.
Elevator Sierra, okay. Sierra, how long are you from entering the 45?
So basically I'm just going to unweight the front wheel as we go down the runway and wait for it to fly. And the whole time...
Elevator Sierra, how long are you until you enter the 45? Traffic, elevator 2 on a high right 45, runway 30 Byron.
Okay, 76 Whiskey, ropes taut, 81 Charlie's ready to go.
Byron traffic, 0.76 Whiskey, taking off runway 30 straight out, glider in tow, Byron.
So you're basically flying the plane from the second it starts, right? Even though you're not moving very fast.
Sierra, entering the brake 45 for runway 30.
A little pressure off the front wheel there.
Okay. You're down and locked, elevator in Byron. Traffic, elevator 2 is on the right downwind.
Then you want to stay down with the tow plane. You do not want to outclimb the tow plane because that could pull his tail up and push his nose over. So it's really critical not to go too high here.
Okay.
And when we're climbing out, I'm constantly looking at options for rope brake. I've got jumpers coming down, so I cannot turn left. If the rope breaks, that means I can turn right or I can go straight. It's a little tricky right here because we're low and there's telephone poles, but now we can clear them. So now we're going to land, if the rope breaks, and it does on occasion, if the rope breaks, we're going to land straight ahead between some of these hills. Just make sure we don't hit any of these fences. Luckily, this glider will stop in a hurry when you bring it down in fields like this. So.
Byron traffic, 0.76 Whiskey, definitely 30 departing straight out, Byron. Traffic, turn in final 30, get down.
So the tow is really all about formation flying. So you basically try to stay right behind the tow plane. You try to keep him on the horizon.
Okay.
And kind of right behind him.
Okay.
One of the tricky parts about learning to tow when you're a student is you don't really have that rudder coordination down yet. And so offsetting the adverse yaw from the ailerons, and we can talk about that on the ground, but offsetting the adverse yaw is not second nature yet, so the tow becomes very sloppy and it gets out of whack really quickly.
Okay.
So it can be a little bit disheartening, but it really just takes practice, And challenging because we have a new tow plane pilot,
Uh-huh.
and I think he's kind of chasing airspeed up there, so you know, he's not keeping a constant pitch attitude. And on top of that, it's a little bumpy.
Okay.
And then on top of all that, it's a hot day out, so the density altitude, what altitude the planes think we're actually at, is around, you know, it's over 2,000 feet. And so he's not producing as much power as normal. And we're both heavy. There's two pilots up there, there's two pilots in here, so it's, you know, there's a lot of factors going into making today a tough tow day.
Okay.
But once we get up here a little higher, I'll let you have it for short bursts. So really on the tow here, I'm paying a little bit of attention to the tow, but a lot of attention to what's around me, because I don't want to run into another plane.
Okay.
There's a lot of traffic out here, especially down around here, around this little community off to our right, Discovery Bay.
Uh-huh.
A lot of airplanes use that inbound to Byron, so a lot of airplanes fly over Discovery Bay. A lot of airplanes come from the north, right down the Byron Highway, so right at us.
So what's the runway? 3,500 or 4,000?
3,500.
3,500.
So really important. And then once we get over here to the left, the Los Basqueros Reservoir and Brushy Peak are very, very popular reporting points for Livermore and all points inbound to the, you know, to the Bay Area proper.
Okay.
So it's really flying around here is a lot about keeping your eyes out for traffic. We're at 1,500 feet, so go ahead and take the controls.
Yep.
And so what I want you to do is you know, you're going to try to keep the wings level, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge, and you're going to try to keep him on the horizon. So see, as I go down, he goes up. As I go up, he goes down, right?
Yeah.
So try to keep him on the horizon. And anytime you move these controls, left, use the left rudder, right, use the right rudder, but just a little bit of it, right?
Okay.
Okay, so left, I'm using left rudder, so feel along with me, right? So right, I'm using right rudder, left. Like every time I go back and forth here, I'm using rudder, right?
Okay.
So coming down, okay. So now you try. Okay, it's your plane, I'm off the controls.
Am I playing?
Okay, left rudder at the same time, just a little bit, there you go. Right rudder at the same time to level it out. There you go, good. Keep them on the horizon. Okay, left, try to level south. Okay, don't forget those rudders every time you move. So see those rudders? My plane for a second.
Okay.
Okay, so remember, every time you move, anytime you go in or go out. So that time you rolled in to the right. When you went back to the left, though, you didn't press the left rudder. You just went to the left. So we'll try that.
It's both either and rather.
Yeah. So anytime you move this stick, whatever direction you move it, you need to press that rudder pedal.
Okay.
Pretend like they're connected.
Okay.
So connect. So anytime you move it, you should be pressing that rudder.
Okay.
Your plane.
My plane.
And don't forget that rudder pedal. Okay, bring us back. There's gonna be a little bit of slack line here. That's okay. So bring my plane. So once it starts moving, it'll accelerate away. It's pretty tricky.
Yeah.
But you know, it's practice. That's unfortunately the only way to get better at this is practice. But also you need to develop some rudder coordination skills, which you don't have, and so trying to develop them on tow is a little bit difficult. That's why I'm saying short bursts. So, okay, your plane.
My plane.
Okay, don't let us go too far down. There you go. And pitch sensitive, it's pretty pitch sensitive, so you don't need to correct it too much. Okay, levels out. My plane. Yeah, and then, you know, one of the problems is you have to think through the control movements. Eventually it'll become more subconscious, so that it's muscle memory instead of having to think through it.
Okay.
If you're having to think through it, you've got the delay of reaction, oh, this is happening, and then the delay to think through, well, this is what I have to do. And so, you know, and in that amount of time, a lot of things can happen. So it's, you know, like I said, it's practice. You just just have to develop the skills. So you just have to do, you have to put in the time and develop the skills. Okay, let me, it's got a little bit of turbulence here. It makes it a little funky. And when he turns, it gets a little more challenging, obviously, so I'll just follow him around the turn here. And even he's moving around, look at that.
Yeah.
It's bumpy up here. Okay, you go ahead and take the plane.
I take the plane.
Yep, your plane.
My plane.
Nice and easy. Okay, don't let it get too far away from you. Okay, my plane.
So going down, we get all the...
Yeah, exactly. We get the prop wash when we go down there, so it kind of makes it a little more interesting. But okay, your plane.
My plane.
Watch out for that bank angle. Okay, my plane. It's really tough to gauge that bank angle when you're first starting. Alright. Your plane.
My plane.
Okay, try to level us out. Okay, we're gonna get my plane. We're gonna have a big slack line here. Actually kind of promising. There might be some lift right there. I can't remember where that was. Wow, I didn't think the lift was getting this high. Okay, so now I'm going to do a toe release. I'm going to look left and right, make sure there's nobody there. Okay. Now we do 90 degrees to the right, then go 90 degrees to the left. Then we level out. Okay, your glider.
My
Go
glider.
ahead and give me a right turn.
A right turn?
Yep, right turn. Wow, some lift here. Okay, give me a right turn. Don't forget that. Wow, actually, let me have the glider for a second.
Okay.
For the traffic overhead, just to let you know, we'll be doing parachute jumping. Okay, we'll be on the ground about 3
look at this.
Wow.
Woohoo! Tell me if you start to get nauseous, we'll back off.
No, okay. So even with low airspeed, we're going up, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, the airspeed here is like 40 knots.
Yeah, so what you want to try to do in a thermal is slow the plane down as much as you can, because the slower it goes, the tighter the radius is. So the more apt you are to stay in the core of the thermal, right?
Okay.
So because the faster you go, you know, just because of physics, it's a wider radius.
Okay. Oh, so it's not 40, it's 50. Okay, that arrow.
What's that?
The arrow in the speed control is 50, right?
Oh, that yellow arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would ignore that. That's used in apparently that's a very European thing. That's used for like a approach reference speed or something like that. I don't remember, but we don't use it. We come in at, we basically, we come in at 55 knots on approach with two people in the plane, and 50 knots with one person in the plane.
Okay.
Best L over D is 57. Minimum sink's like 46 or something like that. So none of the speeds, none of the V speeds actually correspond to that triangle. This is awesome. I did not expect this. It's thermals.
I usually catch the thermal by going in circles.
Yeah, well, it's rising air, right? So it depends on what, I mean, thermals take on many different shapes, but they're typically like a cone, well, not a cone, like a cylinder, right? So you try to treat them as a cylinder, so you try to core the cylinder. Doesn't always work. Sometimes there's two cores. Sometimes it's, it's an elongated cylinder. Sometimes, it just depends, right? So it's.
Traffic 0.76 with final runway Byron.
Only going to get 4,500 out of this, I think. I thought there was maybe a little more in it. Kind of.
Traffic, just 2.96 is clear 30, Byron.
Yeah, I did not expect any lift today, I'll be honest. At least not this high. Like down low I expected a little bit, but
Yeah.
not to 47. And then some. I mean, out in the mountains, you can see the cumulus clouds out there that come around to your right,
Yeah.
way out there, off our nose. See all those big cumulus clouds out there?
Yeah.
That's a good lift. That's way over the mountains, but it usually is. It hides over there tantalizingly. Good. We'll get a little more. You'll get a little more practice today.
Center ground, so the shut down. Okay, yes, somebody sent a couple of bottles of water out with park.
So we drop our tow at 4,000.
3,005.
Wow.
So we've climbed almost 1,500 feet. Starting to peter out on us. Okay, so you're a glider, so
My glider.
go ahead and point me at Mount Diablo. Point me at the, right in the middle of it. Mount Diablo's off to your left.
And then what?
Mount Diablo, Mount Diablo over there to your left at about 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
So with the two mountains, so go ahead and point us to the left if you can. Remember, use those rudder pedals.
Okay, with the rudder pedal.
Yeah. Oh, look at the birds right there. Okay, not too fast. So there's one big thing you'll learn, and that is pitch attitude. So you want to basically fly pitch attitude that approximates 50 or gets us 57 knots. So let me have the glider for a second.
No glider.
So first off, we're gonna get pointed over here to the Diablo, Mount Diablo, and then I'm gonna set a pitch attitude down here. Now we're going through sync, so I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, but okay, now we're through that. So about right here should get us to 57 knots. Let's see if that settles down to 57. Nope, it's still here at 57 knots. Okay, so right there. So see where the nose is in relation to the horizon?
Yes.
That's where we want to keep it. So try to keep the nose right there.
Okay.
So your glider, take the glider.
My glider.
Okay, so just try to keep me pointed at Mount Diablo there.
With the rudder?
No, with the rudder and aileron.
Okay, with both.
Yeah, so try to keep me pointed at Mount Diablo. So try to keep me straight and level, pointed at Mount Diablo.
Wow, this is really...
Yeah. So that's that adverse yaw I was telling you about. Every time you try and move the stick without touching the rudder pedals, it's going to have that adverse yaw effect. Okay, let me have the glider for a second.
No glider.
So watch this. So I'm going to roll in, see how the nose moves with me nice and easy like that.
Yes.
Now I'm going to roll out, see how the nose moves nice and easily. Now watch what happens when I don't use any rudder pedals. I'm going to roll to the left. See how the nose just stays there?
Yes.
Okay, now it's going to finally come in, but it took a while. And now I'm going to come here, now I'm going to roll to the right. What do you think is going to happen?
It will level and keep flying to the lake.
The nose is going to go left. Watch this. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and eventually it'll settle down, but it'll take a while.
Okay.
So if you're going to try to go straight to something like that, it's never, so I'm never going to be able to settle it up without using the rudder pedals.
Okay.
Now the second I use the rudder pedals, everything straightens up. Okay, your glider.
My glider.
Now turn to the left until you're pointed at that big body of water out there at our 10 o'clock. See it's called the forebay?
Yeah.
Point me right at the center of that body of water. Right in the center of it. See how not using the rudder, the nose goes right through the horizon there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So get on those rudder pedals. So I don't see the rudder pedals moving.
I had to push it really hard.
Yeah. Just play around with the rudder pedals, see what it takes. So remember where that nose should be on the horizon.
Okay.
Is the nose right now, is it too low or too high?
Too low.
Okay, good. All right. So just try to keep me on the center of that lake. A little bit of lift again. Nice. Right on the center of that lake. Okay. Now look out. So get me back to the center of that lake. Keep the nose on the center. So try to level the wings out.
I don't know how to kind of...
Yeah, it just takes practice. So this is the next, okay, my plane?
Your plane.
So, what I want you to do is this will help you to develop a little bit of these rudder aileron skills. So we're going to roll into the left like this. So left rudder. And then once we're in the turn, we're going to stop. Now we're going to roll out with right rudder. So get your feet on the rudder pedals and feel along with me.
Yeah.
Just lightly. So left, rudder's neutralized, right, as I roll out. Okay, and I'm going to do it to the right. Right, neutralized rudders, roll out with the rudders. Okay, I want you to try doing a little bit of that. Your plane.
My plane.
Okay, roll to the left. Okay, neutralize. Okay, roll out. A little more rudder. Okay, roll into the right. A little more rudder. Okay, there you go. Good. Okay, roll out. More rudder, more rudder. Okay, good. Roll to the left. Okay, stabilize. So once you're in the turn, you want to let go of the rudder pedals.
Okay.
As long as you're not moving the stick left or right. But
okay.
let's go ahead and level ourselves out here. Actually, let me have the plane for a second. Climb this up a little bit and get a little bit of that. Just a little altitude back. Maybe go play around some more. I love thermals on good teaching days because you can just kind of keep going back up in the thermal. There you go.
That's Byron, right? 12 o'clock?
What's that?
That's Byron. Byron Airport.
Yep. Okay, just tell me if you get nauseous at all.
No problem so far.
prior approaching company on Brian 13,000 below 2, not over flight airport.
That's good. That's that. Whoa, look at that.